Welcome everybody to a new series in Sky Factory 4. This is a mega mod pack for Minecraft. It's a game a bit out of my sorts for this channel. However, this has been a game I've been playing a lot in my free time and offers a lot, as there is a whole lot you can do, not just from the base game, but today's series is just to focus on the base game. So without further ado, let's start a brand new world. We're spawning in on a tree and it's just us with a few items in our inventory, but we'll do that later. My goal is to get this tree taken care of, make a bit of a platform, and start making some tools. This is the start basically of our next 3 episodes, but there are a lot of saplings to go to, a ton of achievements, and a whole lot to explore. Right now we're doing the dirt tree, and our next goal is to work on the petrified sapling and then all the way up to a diamond and even further, because there is a whole lot to do in this mod pack. One of the coolest things I've learned about this is that you can crouch and it'll apply bone meal to the trees around you. And these trees will give you resources like acorns and resin based on the tree that you have. So the dirt tree will give you dirt, acorns, and dirt resin, and this will allow me to craft more dirt in order to have more trees. So I planted a few more trees around, and this is going to be how the first episode is going to go for a while. A lot of it is just keep working around trees until you can get more to grow, get resources, make better resources, but all of this is going to be allowing us to make the next sapling. And for that, we're going to need a whole lot of resources. So one of the biggest things to this mod pack is that there are over 200 mods installed in the mod pack, and this is just the first one. This is going to be the sapling age, where we're going to get our basic resources and then grow from here. But in this mod pack, you can make factories where you can have things being automated, and there's a whole lot that you can do that we're going to go through all through the season, throughout the series. In this episode, our focus is making sure that we can get most of the trees that we can for the achievement book, because that's going to be the basis for the next episode, which is getting iron. Now that I've harvested enough of the dirt trees, now I can go ahead and work on the next sapling, which requires drying racks. So if I get a little bit of a platform going, I can put the drying racks on a wall and then put the dirt acorns on here, and over time the dirt acorns will turn into a petrified acorn, which if I can get enough of those, I can get a petrified sapling. So now that they are fully aged, they will turn gray, which means that they are petrified now, but I need a few more, so we're going to do one more cycle. Okay, so now we have enough, and now we have to go to our craft table here, put a dirt sapling in the middle, and then surrounded by petrified acorns, which then gives us the petrified sapling, which will move us into the next age. And of course, with this, you don't get dirt acorns and dirt resin, you're going to get a petrified right now. So now that I've mined this tree and I've gotten the resources, I can now turn all this into cobblestone. And this will be useful as I can turn the cobblestone into stone rods, just like sticks, and then turn that into a stone crook, which gives a significant durability boost compared to the wooden crook. And this will be how we're going to start advancing our tools one by one. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest 2 trees, and I'm going to get back to the next sapling in a second. Okay, so now we need to make a new tool, and that is the crushing tub. This will allow us to get different kind of materials based on what we're crushing. So in this case, I gotta put it down somewhere, and unfortunately my base is not even, so this is gonna bother me the entire series. So if I put in the petrified saplings, then I can step on them and turn them into the gravel saplings. And this is gonna be how I'm gonna make a gravel sapling now that I have 8. So if I surround the gravel acorns with a petrified sapling, then this is how I start to make gravel sapling and then make gravel. So now our next goal here is going to be working on making the bone sapling and then the clay sapling, because this whole goal for this episode is not just to progress in the tree system, but it's also to progress to our first source of automation, and I'll show you guys that in a few minutes. Okay, so now, next thing we're going to need is bone meal, and we don't have access to bone meal yet. However, we can if we put gravel into water in a cauldron, then we can get bone meal. So I'll make another cauldron, and then if we make a little bit of gravel later, then we can put that into the water basin, and that'll allow us to get the bone meal. The next thing I'm going to need is going to be water. In order to get water in this game, you have to crush any kind of sapling into water. But I can't pick up the water yet until I make clay, but clay is require a whole other sapling. So let's go ahead and make that as well. And then we can use the resources from that sapling that we harvested to make a clay block, which can be turned into clay balls, and then 3 clay balls into a V shape will make us an unfired clay bucket. And if we get this into a furnace, then we are able to turn that into a fired clay bucket, which we can now pick up water. So I went ahead and made my 8th piece of cobblestone to make that furnace, and I went ahead and turned the bucket into a usable bucket. It's all pretty simple, and of course we're probably going to use wood because wood is everywhere. But this is the very first way that we're going to be able to transport water from one place to another until we get to iron, but that won't be until next episode. So with this bucket, I went ahead and picked up the water, which completes part 1 of what I need. So we're going to go ahead and grab the gravel, and then we're going to right click into the basin, and that's going to give us 9 bone meal. So I went ahead and turned the 9 bone meal into the sapling. So we'll go ahead and cover that around a petrified sapling. And then this will also unlock a new tool for us with the resources from the next tree. And with the resin and the acorns in an inverted pattern like usual, then I can get bone amber. And this bone amber can then be used to make bones. And now that I have 6 of them, I can turn 4 of them into a bone crook, which once again gives a significant boost to durability compared to the stone crook. So it just makes our lives just a little bit easier for a small price. Our next sapling is going to be the sand sapling, and like we used petrified acorns in order to make gravel acorns, now we're going to turn the gravel acorns into sand acorns. So once again, we're going to step on this tub until we get 8, and this will allow us to make our sand acorn. And this new sapling will get us one step closer to our first part of automation. So go ahead and surround the sapling. Once again, it's a petrified sapling, and now we've got a sand sapling. So now we're going to replace just any tree here to work just fine. And then we're going to turn that into, you guessed it, sand. And the sand will be useful because we can put this into a furnace, and this will turn into glass. Now, once we have that all taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and make another oak cauldron and put that over a torch. If I then put in cobblestone, because it's a cauldron over a heat source, which in this case is a torch, it'll totally turn the cobblestone into lava. But be careful though, you will set on fire if you stand too close. And I guess it was on fire just long enough for me to grab the lava, and then it just disappeared on me. So now, I need more water in order to finish this off. So I went ahead and got another bucket. And this is all that I'm going to need. So I went ahead and put the buckets of lava in the sides, put the glass in the middle, and cobblestone on the bottom and the top. This is a cobblestone generator. So what this does is, as I am just running around doing my thing, this will automatically start grabbing me the cobblestone I need for tools or more furnaces or anything for free. So I had none in my inventory, and now I've got 3. And as I play around, it'll just give it to me for free. Now it'll only hold up to 32 blocks, but free cobblestone is free cobblestone. Now this was a good episode. We got most saplings taken care of. I have future plans in order for us to start getting iron in the next episode. And I know this is a bit weird, but if you guys do like this episode, leave a like. That's especially for people to know that they actually might like my content next time they come in. And if you want to get notifications for this, please subscribe. I'll be doing this a little more often than my other videos. And I will see you guys in the next one. All right, later, spuds.